One of the kinds of accomplishments that I want to acknowledge, because a lot of people's jobs are made up of them, are the study as she goes type of accomplishments. If you closed the monthly bookings for 3 years running without an audit exception, you deserve a bonus that's equal to somebody who saved $1 million building a system. Because the amount of money you save by that consistency and steady hand on the tiller of something that's done the same every month in and out is invaluable. Yes, there it is. We want audits, backups, restores, and operations to be boring. So if you can show off what you do is boring, you get extra points. So I wanted to just point that out, that sometimes people feel frustrated when I talk about these accomplishments, and being consistent is worth its weight in gold.
When I'll just add that, just looping back quickly to numbers, when you're thinking through your accomplishments, I think it's always helpful to just figure out a way to quantify them. Even if you can't, I think it's just a worthwhile exercise as you are making these accomplishments.
If you can,
and even
that's
and,
great.
and even,
I'm just
and,
allowing for the possibility
yeah,
that you can.
totally.
So I want to take a little side note here just to help you organize the way in which you approach this. Because you don't necessarily sit down with a resume bullet, or I don't recommend sitting down with a resume bullet and trying to make it better. Let me give you 5 steps to go through that'll make that process a lot easier. The first step is to list facts. So listing facts are what you were assigned to do, what you did to make the assignment work, what went wrong, how you addressed the fact that it had gone wrong. Get the facts down first. You don't have to worry about spelling, handwriting neatness, fitting on a resume or anything else. You're just putting a list of things together. Then you develop a story about it. And the story, again, is not yet in resume bullet form. The story is recognizing the components of the story, and they are, to go through them, first, context. I was working at such and such. That won't even show up in the bullet. That'll be in the section above with the position description. I was working for a hard boss, a boss who was good with detail, who was not good with detail, whatever, all the elements of the background. Then there's a trigger. My boss came to me, I had an idea, the system blew up, the client came to us and had a special request. Whatever it is, the trigger that started the story running. The woodcutter's son showed up in the castle courtyard. That's what began the story. Then you note down the result and the scale and the scope as I described, just going through this. Then, only then, do you begin to put it into resume wording. Up to this point, you have to worry about it at all. Now, you begin with a past participle, coordinated, repositioned, or present participle if you're currently in a job, coordinating, repositioning, and you begin to figure out how to cut back on words and to get it into a 3 to 5 line format. And last but not least, then you put it in a resume format. And if you need to take out a word here, a word there to cut it down to a line or to bring something onto the first page, then you do that. So there's the 5 steps you go through to get to a good bullet. And if you try to do it all at once on your resume, you end up conflating, you end up cutting out words for the wrong reasons. You may cut out a key story word when all you need to do is to cut out some word to get it onto the previous line. That's just something to say. And obviously, I think all of you know you're going to proofread the hell out of the thing and get somebody else to look at it for you so that you don't, because everything in the resume is evidence of you. And if there's a proofreading error, not the evidence you want to show.